In addition to being a former U.S. Army soldier, Dan Bilzerian is a man who truly knows how to enjoy life and spend his wealth. But have you ever stopped to think about how this tycoon actually lives? Welcome to Billionaire Life IG, where we take you inside the world of the rich and famous. If you love celebrity homes and luxury living, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you never miss an update. Known worldwide for his extremely luxurious lifestyle, it's no surprise that Dan Bilzerian is a tycoon who likely owns an enormous fortune. To get an idea of his influence in the media, on his Instagram alone, for example, he has around 33 million followers, where he is able to monetize by selling products from his own brand. Poker is another area where Dan Bilzerian has earned a significant amount of money. In 2014, for instance, he claimed to have made more than $50 million over the course of the year. He is currently one of the most recognized personalities in the poker world, even serving as an ambassador for GG Poker, one of the biggest companies in the industry. However, as he himself has stated, his biggest project is Ignite, the company where a large portion of his wealth is probably invested. And since it is a publicly listed company, it becomes easier to estimate the size of his actual net worth. To give you an idea, the 60% of the shares that Dan Bilzerian owns in his company represent, at current prices, about $166 million. If you also include the money he likely has in other ventures, some sources estimate his fortune to be around $200 million. But it could be even higher. Born in 1980 in the state of Florida, Daniel Brandon Bilzerian, known simply as Dan Bilzerian, is an internet celebrity widely recognized for his extravagant lifestyle. As the son of Paul Bilzerian, a former Wall Street tycoon who later went bankrupt, Dan Bilzerian seems to have learned very well from his father how to make money. Although the early phase of his career began in the U.S. military, it was in poker that he truly found his path. To give you an idea of his skill, in 2013, he revealed that he had earned nearly $11 million in just a single night of playing. After gaining popularity on social media due to his unconventional style, Bilzerian started investing in his acting career, appearing in films such as Lone Survivor, The Equalizer, Extraction, and War Dogs, among others. Even though many people consider him just an internet playboy, the reality is that Dan Bilzerian is a smart businessman who uses strong marketing strategies to promote and sell his product line, generating significant revenue for his company. And it's no surprise that he is able to enjoy an extremely luxurious lifestyle, sparking envy among many of his followers. One of Dan Bilzerian's favorite hobbies is traveling with his girlfriends to luxurious destinations around the world. The poker tycoon is constantly sharing photos in exotic locations. Among the places he has already visited are, for example, Exuma in the Bahamas, Park City in Utah, Ibiza in Spain, Prague in the Czech Republic, Queenstown in New Zealand, Phuket in Thailand, Tokyo in Japan, Lake Como in Italy, the Turks and Caicos Islands in the UK, the mountains of Iceland, Bali in Indonesia, Dubrovnik in Croatia, and many other destinations. And of course, on all these trips, he stays in the finest hotels in each city. As an example, during his trip to Tulum, Mexico, he stayed at Azulec, an accommodation known for offering unique and extraordinary experiences, with spectacular and unconventional architecture surrounded by lush nature. And for Bilzerian to stay there with all his girlfriends, it's clear that he must have spent a significant amount of money. To give you an idea of the cost, there are suites that can exceed $8,000 per day. That means, considering the number of rooms he likely rented and the length of his stay, he probably spent a substantial amount of money. To help him move around the most exclusive places in the world, Dan Bilzerian uses modes of transport that are unrealistic for most people. It is known that he has, for example, a private jet always at his disposal. His aircraft is a Gulfstream G6 model, one of the most modern, fastest, and longest-range jets available on the market in this segment. The interior of the plane features a luxurious finish and is capable of carrying more than 20 people, more than enough for him to travel alongside his beautiful girlfriends and have a great time. And, in addition to using this toy for transportation, the socialite takes the opportunity to capture several photos and show off extensively on social media. After all, he knows that not everyone can afford to own such an aircraft. To keep this super jet always available, it requires investing a real fortune. To give you an idea of the cost, depending on the model and year, this jet can be priced at over $50 million. Not to mention the helicopters he frequently posts photos of using and even flying. And we can't forget the luxury yachts he is often seen enjoying with his girlfriends on the open sea. He takes advantage of these. Outings to ride a wakeboard, a sport he seems to enjoy a lot. And although it is not confirmed whether these vessels belong to him, even renting them would cost a significant amount of money. Despite being someone who appears to have no major problems in his personal life, Dan Bilzerian's lifestyle has had an impact on his health due to the use of harmful substances, along with his extremely hectic routine. Bilzerian has already suffered 2 heart attacks and even a pulmonary embolism before he had turned 30 years old. Now, being over 40 years of age, he is likely undergoing more serious medical monitoring, since he does not seem to have given up his lifestyle of enjoyment. Another interesting fact about his life is that during the 2016 elections, he ran for president of the United States. However, he later decided to withdraw in order to support his billionaire friend, Donald Trump. In addition to being known as the internet playboy, Dan Bilzerian is also a mega entrepreneur who clearly understands how to make money. He is the founder and CEO of Ignite, a premium brand that sells products from various sectors. On its online store, you can find items such as clothing, beverages, and even electronic cigarettes. This business grew so much that Dan Bilzerian listed the company on the Canadian Stock Exchange, reaching a valuation in the hundreds of millions of dollars. However, not everything has been smooth in his journey. His company made headlines when it reported an annual loss of $50 million, with marketing expenses alone reaching $22 million. This led many people to believe that the marketing budget might have been helping Bilzerian support his extravagant lifestyle. Despite all the controversy, by the end of 2020, Dan Bilzerian managed to recover and made the company report record earnings. With all of this, we can say that although Bilzerian follows an unconventional marketing approach, there is no denying that it made him famous worldwide and helped him become a successful entrepreneur. Of course, a man as wealthy as Dan Bilzerian lives in true mansions. Among the properties he has resided in, without a doubt, the most famous is the one located in the Bel Air neighborhood of Los Angeles, California. A video shared by the real estate agency Media Tri-Blend revealed the incredible home of Dan Bilzerian. According to reports, the massive property spans around 38,000 square feet, more than enough space to accommodate the dozens of women who live with the tycoon. The estate, designed in a modern architectural style, is divided into 12 enormous bedrooms and 23 luxurious bathrooms, some of which include whirlpool tubs and even fireplaces. The interior of the house is so vast that it's easy to get lost inside. There are huge rooms finished with top-quality materials and equipped with advanced technology, such as automated curtains and doors that open with a single click. And of course, there are exclusive spaces found only in mansions of this scale, including a super comfortable cinema with seating for up to 25 people, a bowling alley, a room with 2 massage tables, a garden area leading to a rock waterfall, and a tennis court with breathtaking city views, among many other features. And when Dan Bilzerian wants to entertain guests, there is no shortage of space for his friends to park their cars, as the property includes a parking area with capacity for up to 60 cars and a spectacular covered garage for up to 14 vehicles. If you're looking for a place to host parties, there's no need to worry. There are several very comfortable bars spread throughout the house. And when the weather gets hot, the mansion offers a luxurious infinity pool more than 260 feet long, complete with a waterfall that makes the setting even more impressive. As the sun sets, the lighting design begins to shine, with hundreds of LED lights coming together to create a truly epic atmosphere. Without a doubt, this mansion that Dan Bilzerian lived in can be considered one of the most stunning in California. And to live in such a palace, it's no surprise that it requires spending a true fortune. According to some sources, the property is valued at no less than $80 million. Tell us in comments which celebrity house would you like to see in our next videos. If you liked this video, please hit the like button, share this video with your family and friends, and subscribe our channel for more videos like this.